What's up, world? I'm Anthony, and we're back with another episode of the SilverScreen5, and today we truly do have a kick-ass list, so let's get into it. My top 5 favorite fight scenes from 2015. First, let's cover the honorable mentions. The train fight, Daniel Craig versus Bautista from Spectre. This was a solid scene. It had lots of destruction and some great practical effects and stunt work to make it a worthy scene. The camera work was crisp, it let you see what was happening, and while Craig and Bautista deliver some adrenaline pumping action, it didn't quite make the cut. The parking lot brawl, Jason Statham versus Vin Diesel, Furious 7. Now, I enjoyed this scene despite the sequence being spread over 20 plus minutes of action in the third act of the film. Diesel and Statham clearly showed some good chemistry, and Justin Lin's direction was easily on point. The weapons used add some nice suspense, and the cinematography was not overdone, but the editing of the scene and spreading it into a few smaller sequences hindered the impact to me, despite being opened with this classic bit of dialogue.
You thought this was going to be a street fight? You're goddamn right it is.
The party dress fight, Ronda Rousey versus Michelle Rodriguez, Furious 7. Furious 7 makes another appearance on the honorable mention list. This was a scene that had great potential. Ronda Rousey can clearly hold her own. In my opinion, Michelle Rodriguez is virtually the Ronda Rousey of the female action stars. They work great with one another. They gave their all into this action-packed sequence, but the over-editing hindered the delivery, in my opinion. And while both of them do create some very violent action, all while doing it in a party dress, which is awesome, with some wider shots and some better editing, this could have been a much better scene, but in the end, it missed the list. So let's get into my top 5 fight scenes from 2015. Number 5, the David and Goliath fight, Tony Jaa versus Michael Jai White in Skin Trade. Now, this may not have been the best of films, but Tony Jaa and Michael Jai White deliver a well-crafted martial arts scene that make this movie worth a watch, in my opinion. Michael Jai White is an underrated action star. He clearly has the skills, and he works great with Jaa in this scene. And Tony Jaa is one of my favorite martial artists, and he shines with this choreography. This scene is tense, it's fluid. Both of them work extremely well with one another. The camera work lets the performers shine. It has tight editing, excellent camera angles, nice use of props, also some nice use of lighting, and it makes this a very capable fight scene. Number 4, the elevator fight, Donnie Yen, Ip Man 3. This is easily the most charismatic scene on the list. There's excellent choreography, 2 highly skilled performers, and it creates a very tense martial arts sequence that starts in an elevator and virtually proceeds down the stairwell. There are some nice, long, fluid shots from overhead angles to perfectly display the fighting. It will have you up in your seat without a doubt, and Donnie Yen is one of the best, and he shows why. And if the razor-sharp martial arts don't grip you in the scene, the fact that he gets attacked by a TIE fighter in an elevator with his wife and proceeds to beat the holy hell out of this dude down the stairs to meet his wife on the ground floor can only earn a man his player stripes, in my opinion. Number 3, the street fight, Iron Man versus the Incredible Hulk, Avengers Age of Ultron. The battle that takes place in this scene was easily the one that brought my boyhood smile out. It made me feel like a kid again as I sat there in awe watching it basically every time I see it. Iron Man in his Hulkbuster suit trying to calm down a raging Incredible Hulk will never be forgotten. This scene was perfectly sequenced. It delivers monumental scale destruction, and these two go back and forth exhibiting their powers, and it's just awesome. There was also some humorous dialogue from Downey Jr. that can only add to the scene, and with some top-notch special effects, this scene was the most memorable one from Ultron, and I mean, come on, they destroy an entire building. Number 2, the Hallway Brawl, Daredevil Season 1, Episode 2. Anybody who questioned what the quality of Marvel's first venture with Netflix would be got their answer with this scene. The hallway fight in the second episode is the memorable sequence from the entire first season, and rightfully so. There is amazing choreography, and all the performers were on point for this scene that just makes it a visceral, gritty, realistic-looking fight. And with the entire thing going down in one long, uncut shot, all you can do is sit back and awe at the lengthy span of violence. It was highly ambitious. It was an adrenaline-pumping scene. The combat is great, and it all comes off flawless. Finally, my number 1 fight scene from 2015, The Church Massacre, Kingsman Secret Service. Now when making this list, this was always going to be number 1, while the rest had to fall into place. Colin Firth delivers a violently pleasing action sequence with gunplay, fighting, all in one long frenzied scene. It goes without saying the performances, timing, choreography were all precise, but the direction, the cinematography complemented about as perfectly as could be. This scene is pure enjoyment and will leave you sitting with your chin dropped. The camera angles and series of longer fluid shots pull you into the middle of this bloody brawl and make it easily the best fight scene of 2015 in my opinion. And that's my list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what scenes you liked or disliked on this list, or which ones you thought should have made it. Thanks always so much for watching, guys. I always do appreciate it very much. Don't forget to subscribe if you like to see all the newest videos and reviews. As always, I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis, and I'll see you guys at the movies.